honestly, for a while there, I didn't think I was ever going to beat this game. It just kept going forever. Hello, David. Finally, I know, it's taken me quite some time to even get this done, but look, it's the game that has a really long name, and it takes even longer to beat because it's... I'm not, like, mad at it. I'm just mad at myself. Because I played this game so many times when I was younger. Mark echoes, getting up, content under pressure. Why is it that long? You know, as I think back on all the weird concepts for video games, I can only think of 3 games that have something to do with graffiti. Jet Set Radio, GTA San Andreas, and this game. Now at surface levels, this is just a game targeted at the youths to make a buck or two. And at the end of the day, all games do that, but you know. At least this game feels like it did its homework here. Before I get too far into the weeds on this game, let me give you the basics. Mark Echo's Getting Up, Content Under Pressure is a bare bones beat 'em up / stealth game. The combat is 3 button combos, or 4 if you get lucky and the game just kind of hiccups. Stealth is also here, but the instant knockout sometimes gets a little jumpy and you have to go into a fucking fight. But of course, all the play areas are mostly just there for the player to have a bunch of areas to throw paint at. You get the basic locations that you would imagine in any game set in an urban setting. You have streets, alleyways, abandoned buildings, subway train yards, highways, sewers, abandoned piers, and some exotic locations such as a police department, a slaughterhouse, and a blimp. But the variety of ways that you are able to decorate the city is vast. You have your classic spray paint cans, markers, stickers, and stencils. As you progress through the game, you get more tools for your craft, such as paint rollers, glass etching markers, and wheat paste posters. It's a giant sticker and glue thing. They mention it in the game, but I also had to look it up just to make sure I knew what I was talking about. The developers of the game have you learning new ways to put your name up as you progress. And some of the ways of learning are from graffiti legends. Atari actually got a bunch of graffiti legends to voice and model themselves in the game, and also added some of their tags and others as collectibles. And you actually get to watch your character incorporate some of these lessons from these legends into their own art. From your first blocky piece to these dynamic angles and colors. It's actually pretty cool. Alright, story time. You start the game off as just 2-bit chump Train. You get kicked out from your grandma's place and you hit the town. You find a nice little spot to throw your name up, and then you have the awareness of a chump. You get jumped and disrespected. Such as getting vamped and getting X'd out. I don't know. Like only one of these really makes sense because, you know, you see it throughout the whole game. Struggle your way into a new shelter and begin your metamorphosis into a vengeful, angsty spirit. There's a short little crusade against your new nemesis, Gabe, and the mayor, who's funding this new task force that is hell-bent on eradicating vandalism. Dudes will straight up open fire in a crowded subway station just to try to kill you. If you notice, I also have invincibility on because the stealth in this game is really comparable to trying to fart while having diarrhea. I'd much rather not. You end up teaming up with Gabe and his crew to take on the CCK. The name for this group is called the Civilian Conduct Keepers. I had to look this up because they didn't actually put it in the game or anything. I'm pretty sure they made a name first just so you could do a little thingy. Here's the gimmick here. Somewhere around teaming up with Gabe and the game starts placing repeated stickers and stencils around the city. They're just commonly referred to as 906. The game gives you a wise older tagger that ridicules you for being dumb and young and just throwing your paint around with no real reason. You know, just fun stuff. Hood rat shit. Long story short, he knew your dad. He got him connected to the current mayor, who had him kill the then mayor, And 906 is the anniversary, and Decoy, that's the, the older guy. Cute way of reminding Mayor Sung, who's the mayor, of his sins. Look, I'm doing rapid fire story because I played 13 hours of this game, and it literally goes from two idiots trying to just throw paint around the city to I'm breaking this case wide open in 5 levels. It's ridiculous. Gabe gets caught while you guys are adding color to the CCK headquarters. He rats out Decoy and the gang as well. You have Fisticuffs, who's the chief of police. He ends up dying because he thought firebombing some buildings and then fighting on said burning buildings was a big IQ play. The reporter, Karen Light, who's been trying to ride this train bandwagon to the top of news reports, is pretty much like sets you up to look like a murderer. Which, how does a jump to save a man's life look like a jump to kill a man? I have questions, Karen. Train is out of everything at this point. But he knows the truth. So, he's gonna take it to the man. Fight the power and stuff. They introduce an assassin lady at this point as well, which the assassin lady and the chief of police are like 2 of the only characters I don't really remember. Mostly because the assassin lady comes in 2 levels before the end, and the chief of police is Adam West. So all I can think about is 1966 Batman. I guess at the end of the story, you kind of reveal Mayor Sung's sins and defeat the assassin lady. I don't know. They tried to set it up for a sequel with these cutscenes. Like, there's an older white dude at the end, but he doesn't look pissed, so I don't think that's Mayor Sung. Also, come on, man. This game wanted to do it a lot. A lot. I felt like they wanted to do some cheeky love triangle thing with Train, Gabe, and Tina. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Who's Tina? That's exactly the point. Tina doesn't really say much. Also, they really didn't want to portray Train as a killer, even though he can kill everyone. It's kind of like a big deal. Because, Karen sets you up for murder again? I don't get it. But yeah, that's about it. I forgot to mention that the main menu is really interesting because it looks like a subway station. You walk down some stairs to go to a metro kiosk thing, and then you get onto a little train car, and the map is actually your mission select thingy. I might throw in a clip, might not. I don't know. But yeah, freaking what was I gonna say? Next video might be in a month, might be in a year, who knows? Gonna be a comic book thingy though, because there was a lot of those comic book video games back in the early 2000s, because again, people didn't know about the upcoming movies that was gonna be, really engrossing and encompassing of our lives for decades and generations to come. I just want to be living in simpler times. You know what I'm saying, my guy? Okay. I love you. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye. Hopefully, if I get this freaking video done, I don't know.